So today I'm doing one of my favourite things, which is a unboxing. I love buying new products, gives me new ideas to do different things, and this one's all about resin. Let's get these out. I'm going to take them out one at a time and we'll see what we've got from today's video. Now there's a massive mix of different things in this bag, but all mainly to do with this new craft that I've took up, which is resin. I'm actually really enjoying it, and I'm hoping to incorporate some of the crafts that I already do into resin and use them both, sort of like a mixed media kind of thing. So I know some of these are going to be a bit boring, but I wanted to show you everything just to show you what is available from this website. You can find all my links in the description below, all the products that I've bought today, and also the link for Temu, which is where you can get some discounts on there as well. So starting off, these are probably more well known as makeup brushes, but there was under the arts and crafts section, and I'm going to be using these to apply things like mica powders. I'm still not sure how to say that, so put it in the comments if you're aware what it is. But I'm going to be using these for applying different colours and different things. So there's number one. Next we have this silicone mould. I'm going to get this bag open. So this is a coaster set. You get 4 of these trays. You get the holder to actually put the coasters in. Not just for the coasters that I bought this for, I also wanted a square so I can actually do some designs and come up with some new ideas. So I think it's a really good idea to have these, not just for coasters but for other reasons as well. So obviously when these are all formed, these all stand up in this tray so that you've got coasters. So we will be doing some coasters over the next few videos. But I also want to use these, like I said, for other projects that I've got in mind and ideas that I'd like to sort of put together. And experiments. So if you like experiments, that's what's going to be happening on this channel over the next few weeks, because I love experimenting with different crafts and coming up with new ideas to create unique pieces. So they're coasters. Then we have this lovely mould. I'm going to get this out of the bag. So over the Christmas period I realised that I needed to start my filming much earlier for them seasons. So I'm looking at projects that I can do for Valentine's Day coming up, Mother's Day that'll be coming up, things like that. So I will be doing some of these, but I just really love this design. It's a heart shape, it's beautiful. Mum, you can give this as a gift at any point. It doesn't have to be on Mother's Day, but I also think it might be a nice sort of unique way to incorporate this into maybe card making or other crafts that I've got in mind. So if you want to see what's coming up and the ideas that I've got for this, make sure you're clicking that subscribe button and ringing that bell so you can see all these experiments that I'm going to be doing over the next few videos. Like I said, some of these are going to be a bit boring. I'm just going to get this bag open. So they might be a bit boring, but you're going to need these type of things, and I think it's always worth showing you what you actually get with the products that you can buy from the site. So you get 3 of these. Like I said, the links are in the description. You can find out the prices there. So this is a silicone spreader, or you can move it around, maybe make patterns. It's not a very thin edge, but it's good for actually spreading. And on that end there is sort of like a curved shape there, so there's plenty of things you could use that for, maybe taking mica powders or coloured powders and putting them into your resin, and then maybe going in then and swirling that around to give some effects. So yeah, maybe a bit of a boring product, but definitely essential for doing silicone. Let's get the next one on. So again, we've got some moulds. I'm going to get these out the bag to see what they are. So these moulds are basically cubes. You can make cube shapes. I wanted to do some experiments on a smaller scale before actually going to buying a bigger mould, so I wanted to see if certain techniques work without using too much resin, and I thought these would be perfect. So I actually wanted one of these anyway. This one's a dome one, so you fill this up to the top and hopefully that'll give you a nice circle. They're not faceted. I don't know how shiny they're going to come out, but if you stick with the channel and see any experiments coming up, you will see what these moulds are actually like. Seem very sturdy, don't see many issues with them. Like I said, there's no special thing about them, as in like there's no facets, it's just plain simple domes and or balls, whatever you want to do it, and cubes. So they'll be coming up in projects very soon. So that's that one. Let's see what's next. I think I know what these are. I was actually looking forward to receiving these. I'll get the bag open and I'll show you what's inside. The reason why I do the unbagging type of thing off camera is because it's very loud for you to hear crackling and crinkling when I'm doing this. So I thought it would just be better to cut that out rather than show you. Now these are, I think, really, really pretty, and they glow in the dark as well. Now, they do sell this in just this red, if I can pick it up to show you. They do this in red, like full bag they'll do red, but I wanted the multicoloured ones, and apparently these glow in the dark. So over the next lot of videos that I'll be doing, I'll be using these, incorporating them in different designs to see what we can make. So we've got some purples in there, we've got some reds. I don't know why I've put 3 purples on to show you. Don't need to see that many. Yellows. That's the back, so that's the front. Yellows. Let's see what other colours we have. I think that might be the colours that, oh, there's a peachy one. Like a peach colour. Yeah, so there's a mixture of 5 different colours there, really pretty, and I'm hoping you can see the details, but it sort of looks, I don't think it's glass, I think it is plastic, but these can be used alongside any other designs that you want to actually do, and I think they're really nice, cute, decorative items that you can either glue on top of products or put them into the resin designs. So just a quick hint or tip, whatever you want to call it, when you're unboxing these, obviously they're very small and they may go missing. So what I do is, if I've opened something up and not actually found a place where I want to store them just yet, I'll fold that over, put one of these clips on, and then that just keeps it together then till I find where I want to put them. Or if you want to keep them in these bags, that's fine, and then just put this on top of a hook, nail, whatever you want to, on your craft board, wherever you want to keep them, depending on how often you're going to be using things like this. So these always come in handy for me. They're a bit difficult to put on, but it holds it all together, and obviously you can flip them over to keep it a bit more secure if you're just keeping them in the packet. Let's see what's next. So next we have some more moulds. Now I can see through the packet what these are, but I'm going to get them out of the bag and show them you. So you get 2 of these silicones in the pack. Mainly the Love Arts is what I was looking at buying it for. These are of a glossy finish, so obviously you'll get a nice smooth glossy finish on there. They seem well made with this extra ridge going across. It seems completely flat, so it doesn't seem like we might get any issues with the resin settling. So these are like domes, but like a half dome. I've got some ideas for this. I didn't buy this pack for these. I bought it for the hearts. But I think I've got quite a few different ideas that I can use this for. Seems really sturdy. There's no supports on the back, but I don't think it needs it with it being quite shallow, and it's not a shape that needs to be kept perfectly. It will sort of lie flat. So you get 2 of them in the pack. I will be using these over the next few videos, like I said. Coming up to Valentine's Day, I want to do some projects with the Love Arts, so stay tuned for that. Let's see what we've got next. Now, this mould, I'm going to get it out of the packet, but I just want to explain the reason why I bought it. It's not a nice thing that's happened, but at least I've got time to prepare. My dog's been diagnosed with our dog is 15 years old, so he's been in the family, as part of the family for 15 years, and he's been diagnosed with cancer. He's got a tumour in his stomach, and I wanted to get a mould that I can experiment on before he does pass, because what I'm planning on doing is using this. I'm going to get out the bag now to show it you. So I wanted a dog themed silicone mould. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet. I'm still sort of figuring out how to do this, but I thought, I've been taking clippings of his fur, and obviously we'll have his ashes once he does pass away. It is a bit upsetting, probably hear it in my voice. He's a beloved part of the family, also very much a therapy dog for my children who have got autism and ADHD, and it is going to be a major loss to us, but I just thought it'd be really cute. Mainly these paw ones was what I was looking at, of, you know, giving the children something to have him with them at all times. But obviously I want to experiment with things before I use, you know, his fur and ashes in a silicone mould. I wanted to see what works and what doesn't. So I will be doing some experiments with this, probably in my own time, and then show you some results of what I've come up with. So, I mean, you don't have to use it for that reason. You know, dog bones, dogs. This dog looks like a baby Labrador, maybe some kind of collie, or I'm not great with dog breeds, to be honest, but maybe some kind of collie there. That's definitely like a, I don't even know what it's called. Is it a pug? No, not a pug. My sister's got one. I can't remember the name of what they are. And then a poodle as well. My dog is a poodle. Well, he's a Yorkie poo, but it doesn't look like the typical poodle. I would love to have got something that looks similar to him, but I have been looking and not been able to find anything as yet. But yeah, that's something that I'll be looking at doing. But I just thought these little, paw prints with some of his ashes and some fur would make nice little reminders for the children to keep on the key rings, or, you know, even on a pendant around the neck, so they've always got him with them. And obviously one for myself. So, you know, there's there's 4 different paws and 4 different hearts, and then you've got the dog bones, and then you've got the dogs themselves. So yeah, quite a few things on there that I'll be looking at. Right, I don't want to bring the unbagging down at all. I just wanted to share that with you of why I've actually bought it, and give you some ideas of what I'll be doing and why I'm doing it with this particular mould. I'm not sure if you can see this that well. I'm going to put my hand behind it, you might be able to see it a bit better. So sorry about just talking and rambling about what I'm doing with it, but there's a reason behind it. I just thought it'd be nice to share. So that's that one. Let's see what we've got next. Next we have some colours. Now I don't know how good these are going to be. Obviously I'm going to be testing them over the next few experiments. Let's get these open. I don't like pressing too hard just in case it damages the box, but I think I need to go a little bit harder than that. Yep, cut the box. So these are Diamond Dust Glitter UV Resin colours, and I believe I'm obviously going to put all these in the description like I said, but I believe they did different tones of colours in the pack. So I think I ordered the red. It doesn't look like it's red, but it's got a good range of different colours in there that I quite like the look of. So these are glitter. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to come out, but we will be opening these up in a future video and having a play about with them, so come back for that. We've got this lovely red colour, and one of the reasons why I got this colour was because obviously Valentine's is coming up and I wanted to make some different resin moulds with different effects. These don't want to stay still, I'm going to stand them up. So this one's called Watermelon, this one's called Simply Red, this one's called Pink, we have Orange, we have Rose, and we have Violet. So there's 6 different bottles there. I need to read the instructions and see if you actually add these to resin, or whether it's actually resin themselves. But we will be having a play about with that. These instructions are too small for me to read out on here. I've even got my specs on, and this writing is extremely small. So I do have a magnifying card somewhere, so I'll be having a read of them later. Another good tip for this, if you take a picture of it on your phone, you can also zoom in. So if you get really small instructions like this, take a picture on your phone and just zoom in, you'll be able to see what they are a bit better. But yeah, looking forward to using them. I think they're actually UV resin themselves, not an additive. But I'll put the link to them so you can check out the description yourselves. Right, what have we got next? Next, another boring but essential part of doing resin, I think it might be. I'll find out over time whether it is actually essential to use sanding or not. I'm going to have a look at different ways to actually polish these up and get them looking how we want. So I will be using these just to see what they're like. They are washable. They're basically sanding like emery boards for your nails. They are 100 grit and 180 grit. One side's one and one side's the other. Let's see what I've got next. Okay, I use these all the time in arts and crafts. I do have different sets, but I wanted some really small bottles that I could actually put resin into with a mixture of either colour or glitter or whatever it is that I want to do, so I can get fine details. I want to do some kind of drawing with them on the actual resin. So I thought this would be better than using paintbrushes or pens and things like that, because I'm used to using them. I'm not going to take them out the bag, but basically these are little bottles that are plastic and squeezable, and then you get 4 fine nose, I don't know what they're called. Are they called fine nose? Like fine points, so you can actually make lines with them. I've used these for multiple different crafts. I've even used these for pancake drawing in the past with the kids. So yeah, these are always good to have in your stash, but I'm going to be using these particular ones for the resin. What's next? Now, I don't think you can do any kind of resin without having butterflies incorporated. Everybody loves a butterfly, or if they don't, you know somebody that does like butterflies. Mine in particular, if you can get it out of the bag. So these are silicone molds of butterflies. They're probably about 2mm thick. So these could easily be used on cards or along with quilling projects to add, you know, that extra bit of detail. And then obviously you've got different shapes, different butterflies, different ways it's done. They all come with this whole section, so you can use them for pendants as well. If you are using these on cards, obviously you don't want this hole. I'm going to be trying this over the next couple of days, but I've got an idea of basically filling these in, let it set, and then going back in with some UV resin and just filling in the hole. I don't know if that works. I'm going to be trying that out in future videos, so stay tuned if you want to find out if that works. But there's a nice butterfly silicone mold. I don't think I'm going to be using this one much, or this one, but the rest are definitely going to be worth having a play with. See if I can show you them a bit better on that camera. Put my hands behind it, you'll see it better. So there's lots of different butterfly shapes there. So that's another mold that I've got to play with. Another probably boring one, but again another essential, and even though they are boring, I got quite excited when these come through the post, because it means I was able to mix more things and do more things. So these are essential for you to actually be doing any kind of UV resin, having little pots so you can mix in where it is you need to mix into for, you know, bigger or deeper pours. So there's quite a few in these. Not sure how many you get in the pack. Have a look in the description. Probably either 50 or 100s these come in. So have a look in the description and you'll find all these details of where I bought them from and how much they are. What's next? We have little tiny pots of colour, and there is a wide range of different colours here. We've got some neons here, and obviously some pastel shades. We've got some metallics. We also get some lollipop sticks and some little spoons, so you can actually take them out and mix them in with the powders. I'm going to be having a play with these, and I'm going to be in my element whilst playing with these and having fun with colour. So yeah, we'll definitely have a play with these, probably in the next video, maybe the one afterwards, and just see what we can make with them, if they're any good, if they actually work. Again, links in the description, so if you want to buy the same products once you've seen me testing it, you know how good it is, or if it's not very good, that's the reason why I'm doing this, so you don't have to go and fork out the money to actually go and do it. I'm experimenting for myself, so you get to see the products in use. So yeah, lots and lots of different colours there. I'm not sure how many you get. Some pearlescent ones here as well. They're pearlescent, metallics, neons, like I said. So there's plenty and plenty of different styles. My head's bouncing around all over the place at the minute, trying to calm it down a little bit, because I've got so many ideas that I want to do with this. And I've also been told that if you're using powders in resin, it's not the same as using liquids. You can put in as much as you want or as little as you want. And it doesn't affect the sort of curing of the resin. So I'm going to be putting that to the test to see if that is real or not, and I want to put a lot of colour in one and not much in the other, and just see the differences between what the consistency is, how it cures, all things like that. So I'm definitely going to be doing some testing of all these products over the next few videos, so stay tuned for those. Let's see what's next. I couldn't resist these charms. I know I'm going to be making my own little bits and pieces in the moulds that I've got, but I just thought, if I keep buying loads and loads of different moulds for just one little thing out of them, I'm going to struggle to keep an eye on what I'm actually using. So I thought I'd buy this bag of charms. I'll just take some out on the desk. Like I said, these are all linked in the description. Oh, we're losing some. So there's beads in there. There are... Oh, they're all rolling away. Is that one bead? I'm going to put you back in the packet. Can't even pick you up. One sec. Ah, no, it's on the floor. Right, we'll leave that. Oh no, it landed in the bag. Yay! Anyway, let's have a quick look at what's in here. We have, so these I probably use more towards Halloween. This is a ghost with a banana. I don't know why he's got a banana with a woolly hat, but they're sort of Halloween-y kind of ones maybe. We have little chicks, baby chicken face. We have these really pretty roses in several different colours and sizes. Just get a couple out of there to show you. Actually, it's two stuck together there, so I wonder why it looks a bit weird. What other colours have we got? We've got white, oh I like that. It's got like glitter, and a sort of a glitter and a pearl effect, so they're like the little roses that we get in there. We get little derpy... Oh, I think I know what I can do with this. My daughter and I always watch a particular YouTuber who has a character like this. He's actually called... I think he's called Derp. So yeah, the name fits. But yeah, there's a little character that I wasn't expecting in there. That's cute. Not the right colour, but we can sort that out. So yeah, a little surprise in that one. What else have we got? We've got crowns, glitter crowns. We've got, is that a bunny? It's like a bunny with a space hat on. I'm not really sure what that is. There's lots of different ones. I'm going to sort these out to ones that I'll actually use and then just put the rest in a separate drawer. So I've got what I'm actually going to be using available. There's little flowers in there, little bows, and then we've got smaller ones like this. I can't pick that up. There's no chance when I can't feel what I'm actually doing, so let me get my tweezers. So there's like a crescent moon shape. I don't know if that's possible. You might be able to actually fill the resin on the inside of that. There's a little moon. Then we've got these like diamantes, sparkly gems, different colours. I think this one is something that I haven't got. It's like a lilac one. What else have we got? If you don't want to see what's in this bag, obviously skip over to the next section, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what you actually get in these gem bags, because you're not sure what they're actually going to turn up like. So for example, this one is a stocking. Obviously it's something you're going to be using for Christmas. It's not normal traditional kind of colours. You can either go in there and paint that yourself, that's up to you, or you can actually go with the design and come up with new ideas for yourself. So maybe something a bit gothic, or you know, using it for a darker scene in a Christmas, you know, Christmas nightmare scene or something like that. Yeah, so that odd things can spring ideas for you. These little weird characters I can't see me using, but I'll just put them off to a different section of my crafting. There's a little nice teal kind of coloured rose there. Plenty of butterflies and bows. I'll just put a few of them on my hand. So there's not actually as many butterflies as I thought there was. There's only a couple to be honest, but there's plenty of different styles of bows, glitter ones, different colours, different shapes. So there's a lot of bows in there. They're the two butterflies that I could find. There's probably others, but there's so many to actually look through. So rather than just, you know, casting your own little things, these are always on hand if you're just doing card making or something as well. But I'm going to be using these inside resin as well, just to see what effects we can get with those. Then there is other flowers as well as roses. So I've shown you some of the roses before. So I just thought I'd show you some of the other little kind of flowers that you get in there. So there's a selection of some of the flowers. There is plenty more than this. I really like this one. I like that one a lot. But there's loads of different flowers. And then we've got some gems as well. So this is the biggest one that I can see, which looks quite of a decent size. And it's got a really nice sort of turquoisey colour to it. And then we've got hearts that are in crystals. So there's a couple of different arts there. So that's red and white hearts. We've got some more crystals. I'm going to put a selection of these on my hand to show you. So there's a selection of some of the random gems kind of thing that we've got. We've got some love heart shaped ones, star ones. This, but obviously the big one. This is like a peridot kind of colour. And yeah, there's a few different things there that we could use. Also these really weird, I don't know what you'd actually use these for, but these look like a rock. I'm going to pick it up. Like a stone, like a natural stone. It's not, but you know, that's there and available as well. So there's plenty of different like gem styled ones in there. You also get some really weird ones, which I've sort of put to the side because they're just random odd ones. So we've got a little Santa Claus. I don't know if you're going to even see it. It's that small and it's a weird colour. There's a little Santa Claus there. We've got a star. We've got some random cherry colours of cherries, I should say. So there's some. We've got a little koi fish. There's like a purple and white feather. Some more cherries. There's a dog paw, a purple dog paw or a cat paw. We've got a dolphin. We've got stars. We've got some jellyfish as well. Yellow and green jellyfish. We've got the same in gold and pink. We've got a little teddy bear finished in like a black pearlescent. Is it a teddy bear or is it a cat? Can't really tell, it's so small. And I'm not sure if these are mushrooms or like an upside down heart, I'm not sure, but obviously you can use them for whatever you want to use them for. And then this one is just a little leaf. So you get the odd weird random things in there. Some of it, you know, probably about 20% of it I'm not going to use on anything, so I'll probably just get rid of those. The rest are things that I probably wouldn't actually normally use, but I've given me ideas for other projects. So you get little characters in there, so I'm going to be separating these and putting them in different boxes for my own figuring out on what I want to do. A little unicorn there. So yeah, there's plenty of different things that you can be using these for, and they're really cheap, so just get rid of whatever you don't want, keep whatever you do want. That's one bag of charms. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you get loads of these little tiny balls that keep just rolling all over the place. So little balls or beads. There's no holes in them, so I don't think they're classed as beads, but there's loads of little balls that are sort of escaping. Bigger balls. I think, yeah, settle there. Yeah, that took a while to get them back in the pack. A lot of my crafts involve patience, and that took quite a lot of patience to get them, and I actually dropped 2 of them. In this we have some little gems that I wanted to use for different types of projects. I want to make some kind of gothic jewellery as well, and use these in resin, sort of either stuck on the outside, maybe some black resin, in a shape which I'm still coming up with ideas for, but there's plenty of different styles of crosses that you could use these for. Some of them have got the pink in, which I'd probably use for jewellery as an item themselves, but definitely these silvery sparkly ones, I think I'm going to use those as accents in some kind of darker crafts and these probably in lighter crafts, and they've got a bit of weight to them. They are made of metal, and the inside, are they actual gems or are they painted? Yeah, they're gems, so they're stuck on the top of this. So you've got little gems dotted throughout the crosses, and I think they're really cute. I think there's probably quite a few different projects that I can use them for. They was much easier to get in the bag. Right, let's see what else we've got. We've got another spreader. This one is wider than the one that I've already got. I've got some ideas of what I wanted to do, and I wanted something a bit wider to be able to go over certain things that I'm going to be doing with the Cricut. I'm going to be hopefully incorporating the Cricut into resin designs, and I needed this for an idea that I've got. This has got a wooden handle, and it actually feels really nice in your hand. And the blade, I don't know if you want to call it blade, but the edge is a lot thinner than the other one, so you're going to get a decent spread with this, and also you can create nice straight lines with this as well. So yeah, another boring one, but it's definitely something that I'm happy to get because of the ideas that I've got. And it doesn't come undone, it feels really nice and sturdy, so yeah, good addition. That's that one. Next we have a packet. I'm not sure what's in it, but I'll open it on the camera because this isn't a rattler. So your guess is as good as mine with this one. White pigment! Yay. Oh, this says epoxy pigment. I'm not sure if you can use this in UV resin, but obviously we'll be having a look and seeing if we can use it. I don't know if there is a major difference between epoxy and UV resin, but I've only got UV resin at this time. So yeah, we'll have a play with that and see if that actually changes the colour of the UV resin and how well it actually cures with the white pigment paste in there. This is a paste, so obviously we can only use a small amount, but yeah, we'll have a play with that and see what kind of results we get with it. Let's see what's next. Next up we have a box. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got some tape on there, so let's get that done first. Ooh, sparklers. I'm going to get them out of this bag first so you're not having to deal with the noise. Okay, I'm not going to take them completely out of the bag because there is some of the glitter that's in the actual bag. So obviously one of these has dropped some of the glitter. But we'll have a look. It looks like the purple and blue one, so I'm going to have a look at how it's done. But these are not coming out of this. There is a pour method or a spoon method, and then you've got a little shaker style one as well. These look like they've got, these look like they've got a little seal on the top of them. So it'll be interesting to see if the blue one has that on there as well and why it's come out. So I'm going to take the seal off one of them and just see if they actually fall out over time or not. So let's see what colours we've got. So we've got like an opal silvery colour. It looks like there's a mixture of very fine glitter and also larger flakes and everything in between. So there's definitely a fine glitter in there as well. These are basically circle shapes. So that's the opal silver. And we've got this purpley blue, so it reminds me of mermaid colours. Again, fine glitter with the speckles getting bigger. I'm just going to open that. There's a seal on that one. Then we have a goldy green. Now I think it was my last video. I'll put a link for it on the top of the screen. But in my last video I did some mica powders, and some of them have got a gold and a green tinge to them. So this may work really well with that. So we've got something to play with. Let's check that one's got a seal on as well. Yep, seal on there. Are they the same colour? I've got two of the same colour. That's not good. I'm going to check the description and see if you're actually supposed to get two of the same colour or not. So yeah, you get two of the same colour. Which one did I check the seal? That one's got a seal. That one's got a seal. And then we have this bluey purple one. Seems to be a lot more in this pot. And I think this one is the one where we've got some spillage into the bag. It's a purpley, greeny sparkle. But I love myself a bit of sparkle, so we will be playing with those. These are probably going to be used for bigger projects, because obviously the small ones, and the flakes are pretty big for that, so I'd use finer powders for the smaller projects and use these as the projects increase in size. And again, that's sealed as well. I have got some glitter on my hands from this bag, but what I'm going to do is take the seal off one of them. If I can get it open. Which one did I open? That one. Just to see if it actually leaks once it's been opened. Give me a minute, I'll get that open for you. So I've got that open. And you can obviously see the glitter inside there. Let's put the lid back on. Make sure they're both closed and see if any, yeah, the fine glitter does come out, even with the lid tight shut. So I'd suggest very strongly to have these up. It's coming out of that one. So let me clear it and make sure it's got a definite click. Yeah, it's still coming out. So definitely store these upright, just once you've opened the seal, and then that way you're not going to lose any of your glitter and powder. Right, I'm going to keep these in the box for sure. Next we have a bag of pipettes, all the same generic pipettes. I was actually hoping these to be a bit smaller, but they'll still come in use for many different crafts and projects, but I did want some extra ones for when I'm doing resin effects, resin experiments, resin different ways of using other products in resin. I'm very much going to be making these videos coming up more of a combined effort. I want to get to know the resin, use some different products, and then I'm going to be starting to incorporate the different crafts that I do into different projects. So yeah, I'm quite excited for some of the projects that I've got coming up and ideas that I want to do. I've got a whole list of different videos that I want to try out, but these are definitely going to be essential for some of those ideas. Let's see what we've got next. So these are random, and I've got them because they're metal. The other ones are obviously acrylic, and I want to make sure I'm able to do different effects for different things. And there's a dragon there, there's a machine gun with sparkles on it, there's a crown, we have, oh, a little cute candy cane. So that'll be a Christmas thing. I'm definitely going to separate some of these gems up into Christmas. That's on the wrong side. I just want to see what's on the other side. So that's just gold. Then we've got a bow. We've got another crown there. Another bow. A star. Let's turn that over and see what we've got. There's definitely some kind of gem. Yeah, a pink star there. This looks like a Christmas tree maybe from the back. And she can't get hold of it to turn it over. Ah! No, it's not a Christmas tree. There you go, looks can be deceiving. That's actually a love art. So it's like a purple gem love art with a gold edging, and then there's some little diamantes as well as. Then we have this weird looking, I think it's a hand. I'm not really sure if it, but I could definitely use that as a hand, maybe in some of the kind of gothic look of jewellery that I might be doing. Oops. Just to mention, I'm not actually a goth, I just like I don't really know what it entails, I just like some of the styles that they have, like this black and silver kind of styles. I think they look quite good. So there's two of those hand things, so you could definitely use them as like a horror kind of jewellery. I'll come up with some ideas over time. Then we have, what are you? I think that's supposed to be a butterfly, but yeah, don't like that one much. We have, what are you? What are you? I'm not sure if that's a deformed bow. I'm not entirely sure, but you could definitely use that as a decorative piece. It's not like, I can't figure out where it actually is, but you could use that maybe on a border or something. Not sure what that is. We've got another one of them weird hands there. We've got, what's that? Oh, that's a cannabis leaf in black and silver. Can't see me using that, but that's in there. And butterflies. Some of the products that I'm going to be, or some of the crafts that I do, I'm going to be selling eventually. So if you see anything of these that you actually like and you want it incorporated into a certain style, you know, you can always contact me once I've set up the shop. There's another one of them weird shapes. I think it might be like a bow for the corner of, you know, like a scroll or something. You could have it sort of like that on the edge of a square. Maybe. Don't know. Coming up with different ideas that I might use that for in the future, but it's not something I've got ideas for at the minute. This is a weird looking Christmas tree. So we've got green, red and white and a white star with some gold trims around it. Don't think it's something I'm going to be using, but that's there. I can't turn these over very easily. Try my nails. Then we have a love heart. That's quite nice, that. So it's like a deep red and gold around, and then we've got a little gem at the top. Then we have, this is cute. This is a little butterfly there, and then it's got like a vine with little pearls on, so it's got a couple of little leaves and some little pearls stuck on there, and a diamante butterfly. That's quite cute. Not sure what I'd use it for yet, but obviously we will find out over time. This one looks like a love heart again, yes, with some wings on the side of it. That's just in a solid gold colour, which I can definitely use that for something. We have this little pink handbag. Another gun with diamantes on. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to use that for yet, but maybe we could do guns. There's 2 guns there. I'm facing the same way, that's the only problem. And roses. We could have some roses on something, do something guns and roses. I don't know. Just coming up with ideas on the spot. Then we have whatever this is. It's like it's supposed to have something in the middle of it, like a gem or something like that. But yeah, it's a bit... Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm on the wrong side. I think that's Jesus. They say Jesus is with you all the time, but I think that one maybe is Jesus. I'm not entirely sure. I need my children's eyes to look at that one to tell me what it is actually a picture of. It looks like either Jesus or an angel or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what the actual picture is, but yeah. Then we have this butterfly, which is really cute. Gold butterfly and the little butterfly. Next we have some different type of moulds. I'm going to get the bag open and explain more about what these are. So I've just opened one bag there, and these, I'm not a cat person, but I know there's plenty of people who are cat people. I'm more of a dog person myself. But these are like bezels that is a different way of doing resin, but I wanted to give it a try. Like I said, I'm going to be doing lots of different experiments, and anything that I do make I want to be able to sell eventually. So I know there's plenty of people out there who love cats, and I really like this one. I've got some ideas for this one already coming to mind. But basically with these, you stick these down to resin tape, and then you can pour your resin inside, and then that becomes your jewellery or your keyring or whatever it is that you want. So we've got a little cat there sort of pouring up, and that one is licking its paw. That one's sat nice and still. That one's gazing at the stars, and then this one we've got the flowers and the cat sort of looking up to it. Yeah, I quite like this one. I'd probably do this one as the first one. And I think in the other bag, yeah, all exactly the same in there. So you get 2 bags of those. Next we have a bag of, there are some more charms, but these are of a pearl kind of style, and I wanted to have different type of charms for different projects I've got in mind. So I'm not going to take them all out, I'm just going to grab a few of them just to show you what type of things you get in there. I can already see there's quite a lot of single pearls in there as well that you can use for different things, card making and whatever. But just to give you an idea of what you can get in these. So we've got little butterflies, we've got flowers, we've got bows. They're just plain white, there's no actual pearl to them. We've got some love hearts in there. That's like a pearl love heart. I like these ones. So that's like a heart, but in a shape of a heart, but we're made with like the pearls. And I think these are going to look really cute on some of the ideas that I've got. Just dropped one of them there. One that's just rolled off me desk, but there's loads of different ones in there. You also get some square shaped ones, some moon shaped ones. I'm not getting them out because I had a nightmare trying to get that last lot in, but you can see the different shapes. There's circles in there, there's butterflies, so definitely quite a few in there that I can be having a look at. My idea with these is put them in a box, a see-through box, so I can have a sort of shake through them and just pick out ones that I want to use. I'm definitely going to be separating all these little balls and beads and stuff from different charms into one area, just so I've got everything in one place for me to be able to reach them easy and know where everything is. Well, let's see what we'll get in this one. Oh, yes. So I've got some projects in mind. I'm not taking these out of the... No, I'm going to take one out to see if it works. But these are little LED lights, which I'm planning to use in some of the projects. Let me get the bag open rather than talk over it. So these are little LED lights. I'm going to open one up to show you what it looks like. And then you get an idea of... Let me turn it on first to see if it works. So it's got a little pull-out thing there, which I'm not going to be able to pull. Love my tweezers, can't live without them, she says, and then they won't pick up. There we go. So that should now work. Let's turn it on and have a look. There we go. So that one's flashing. I think there's different modes you can do. Yep. So you've got it on all the time, or flashing, slower flashing, and then off. Just going to show you how long this is and what you actually get, because obviously when you're buying this stuff online you can't see what you're actually going to get. So rather than you go out and spend your money on these, this video is allowing you to see what you'll get and how it all works. These are things that I'm definitely going to be using, so if you've got an idea for a project but don't know if you want to buy a particular thing and waste the money that you've got, then this video will help you sort of decide of whether you want to purchase these things. I am tempted to take them all out of the bag and see if they all work, but I'll be doing that in a later video when I actually come to use them, and then you'll get an idea of if all of them are going to be working. It's quite long, this. I didn't think it'd be this long, and I think with LEDs you can cut this to length, so if you didn't want to have the full length of this, you know, you only want a small part of the lights, then obviously you can cut that up to the size that you want. Obviously the cut off bit that you cut off will not work because it's not attached to any power, but you get the length that you want. I was just trying to get this open so you can see how long it actually is. These are great for Christmas crafts and projects and whatever. Right, let me just get this open. I spent many years as a kid. My task at Christmas was to get this big ball of lights. These days we have lights already pre-built into trees, but when I was younger you had big long strips and balls of wires with lights on them, and yeah, my job was sitting there in the corner and sort of unravelling them all, ready to go on the tree. And I used to sit there for quite a long time just unravelling them, so I've sort of got used to doing that over the years, and it's definitely helped me with getting things like this sorted. So the LEDs go all the way up to the end, and I'm just going to give you an idea of how long it is. I'd say 2 meters. So yeah, these all, let me just turn it back on and show you it working. So these can be used for lots of different things, especially around Christmas, but I've got other ideas for them to be used in other crafts as well. So yeah, I'm going to get that wrapped back up and we'll see what we've got next. So I've got that back in the bag, and just to let you know, you get 10 of those in the pack. So I've just gone to the bag where everything's come from and just pulled everything out left on my desk. So we've got 4 more things including this. So we've got this and 4 more things. This is a silicone tray for letters. And obviously you can use these in all the different ways. I didn't expect it to be as big as it is, but it's still usable for cubings, etc. So I'm just going to show you through the packet. You're going to have to excuse the crackling because that's what you get it. It'll be that way around. So these are the letters. I thought the actual font was really cute and bubbly and fun. So you get all the letters of the alphabet there. Unfortunately, you don't get the numbers. That would be another good thing to have, but you do get these other shapes. You get a star, a seashell. I can't see what that one is. A cactus, a turtle, another dog paw print. So that might be something else that I could use with the idea that I've got for my dog. A fishtail, a jellyfish, and then a fish. That one could probably come in handy for a few people that I've got an idea for. So there's a fish there and a seahorse. But yeah, the alphabet is basically the reason why I got it. So I want to make some fun letters for keyrings and other things that I can use. These are a lot, like I said, a lot bigger than what I thought there was going to be, but at the same time they are good for a different type of project. So I probably will buy another one in the alphabet, but definitely measure the size of it and make sure I'm happy with the actual size of the font. But this gives you an idea of how big they are. I've got a ruler to give you an idea of the size of the letters. So we're looking at 4.5 centimeters, about 3.5 in width. So it gives you an idea of what size these letters are. Right, so that's that one. We only have a few left. Let me get them on the desk ready. So we've got 3 packets left. Don't know what's in either of them. These ones feels like tubs or tubes, and this one is a complete mystery. I haven't got a clue. So I'm just going to go for the middle one, see what's inside. Got a feeling it's going to be something like glitter or some kind of thing that we can add to it. Ooh, glow in the dark glitter mixed chunkies. So this is like a peachy kind of tone, which would look really, really cute in some Valentine projects I've got in mind, but at the same time it's glow in the dark. I think this would actually work really nice in the letters that I've just done. I think maybe we'll do some resin in those and see how that works out. But yeah, it says mixes chunky. So I'm not exactly sure how that works, but there is definitely some fine powder in there, and then the sparkles. So I'm not sure if it's the sparkles that glow in the dark or it's the actual powder. I think it's going to be the powder, but stick with this channel, stick with the videos. Make sure you got the notification bell on, because as I do these experiments, you get to see them at the same time as me. So yeah. A lot of my videos are premieres as well, so you get in time to chat with other creators and other people in the chat. So definitely make sure you got that notification bell clicked so that you can follow me and find out what's going on, what kind of things I've got lined up. So that's the first bag. Nothing's fell out of it, and it does come with a seal I'm not going to take that seal off just yet, and I'm not sure if you have to activate this with light first, so obviously I'm going to keep this out of the drawer so it actually gets exposed to light. A lot of the glow in the dark stuff need light to actually activate, so yeah, that's definitely a thing that we'll be looking at doing. Fun, fun, fun! Let's see what's in this one. My hands are getting really sore from opening all these packages. And we have something that we actually need, because I'm running low on resin because of all these little experiments I've been doing. This isn't a massive bottle, but I did want another one just to see how it works and see in comparison for different ones. And then once I find a brand that I'm happy with, I'm probably going to end up sticking with that one. So if you are a resin company and you want to send me bottles to try whilst I'm learning all this, you can send me and I will do them on a video in some of the projects that I've got. So yeah, get in contact with me if you want to send me a bottle, and I will try your products and give my viewers an idea of what your product is like. So we've got some UV resin hard, so that's that one. Final one. I hope it's something good, leaving it till last. It's not exciting, but I'm excited because I love reverse grip tweezers and I needed some more. These are very thin and fine, and the reason why I bought these from Temu is because I wanted to see whether their products are always rubbish, because I did get a pair of tweezers, no, not a pair of tweezers, I got a pack of tweezers which have become really, or they was really bendy in the first place. These Cricut tweezers that I use all the time I really like because of how sturdy they are. Get off my finger. How sturdy they are, how easy they are to use. They're not really too tiring to use them, but I did want some really fine tipped ones, and these look like really good quality, so I'm really pleased with these. They're easy to hold, they've got this nice grip on there, they've got a hole at the top so you can slide that onto your crafting board if you've got the pegs. So we've got the straight ones and we've got these ones as well. I want to try and keep the Cricut ones for use with the Cricut stuff, so these will really come in handy, especially because like I've been using these for all different types of crafts because I use them all the time because I don't have a lot of feeling in my fingers. I use tweezers quite a lot to grip things and pick things up, so I'm definitely pleased with them. The angle is pretty much the same and the tip is really sharp and pointy. You've got this great grip. Don't think they open as wide as the... No, about the same. Maybe a little bit bigger with these. These are definitely easier to squeeze, but these are, well, at least a year old now. So maybe these will just free up a bit once I've used them for a bit longer. Really well built. I'm very pleased with them. They will be on my crafting desk all the time and I will be using them in all videos. So you will see the durability of these over time. Right, there was a lot to unpack there. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for having a look at what products I've bought. I'm always excited unboxing these things because it means I've got new things to play with. If there's something in particular you want me to have a look at yourself, send me a comment, let me know what kind of ideas that you'd like me to try, and if it's possible for me to do, then I will do that. Right, thanks for watching everybody. Please make sure you hit that subscribe, ring that bell so that you know when all these experiments are coming up and the mixing of the different crafts that I'm going to be doing, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't. Thumbs up anyway. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. See you on the next one. Bye!